You can put it up. We start in like in 2 minutes.
Yep.
And we just make sure we like when we're doing, just look at the camera sometimes and stuff.
Sure. I'm good at that.
I know, right? I gotta make sure. There we go. Hello.
Yeah, what kind of mics are these?
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
That must be Jan. Oh, might be. I just got here. I want to buy some stuff real quick.
I know. See, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to pass up a deal if you find it, right? Like, you're like, I see this game I want. Who knows if I walk away, somebody else might buy it. You know, that's the danger.
It is a danger. Okay, we can just. Oh, he come back. When he come back, we'll start.
Yeah.
Are you hitting record?
I think he started recording already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he started as well.
Ah, okay. Well, we can start. Yeah, let me see. Well, let's start here.
All right. Hello.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is Mr. Wright Way, and this is our first live podcast from Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, and I have my good friend here, AshSaidHi.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here, and I'm very excited to have a conversation about very cool video games with you.
I know. And you got this cool Street Fighter shirt. When you walked in, like, wow, look at this. This is so amazing. Make sure. Are you on good? Show. Make sure she's on. Make sure she's on.
Yeah. Yeah, you know
this is
what?
our first time doing this, so but it's live though. We always do this every Friday night. But came to New York to do this. It's like it's gonna be fun. So if you haven't known, AshSaidHi is a Twitch streamer, mainly Twitch streamer. Now you're starting to dip into YouTube a little bit.
Yeah, actually, my channel attained YouTube partner.
Really?
Yeah, just off the strength of uploading my VODs, which was pretty cool. So, I feel like it's good to at least have a base.
Okay.
So by uploading the Twitch stuff to YouTube, at least if I wanted to start and create unique content, I have a base to kind of start off with.
Base, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how is Twitch compared to YouTube, and have you noticed any difference, like the audience, like the scheduling,
Yeah. I feel like with YouTube, you have to be a little bit more routine in terms of your upload schedule being consistent. Like Twitch, you definitely have to have a schedule, right? If people don't know when to find you, where to find you live, I feel like you will shoot yourself in the foot if you're looking for success. But I do feel like with YouTube, especially because that content is a little bit more curated, you do kind of have to say okay, utilize all the functions, how they have the community thing, okay, on this day I'm coming out with this video, make sure to look out for it. And have things scheduled out ahead of time. Whereas with Twitch, it's you have a schedule, and as long as you stick to it, you're good. But with YouTube, I feel like you have to schedule things out ahead of time. But I'm really looking forward to eventually creating some unique videos for YouTube.
And if you didn't know, guys, she is a real old school collector. I'm talking about Atari, Amiga, especially Amiga, Sega Master System, the older stuff. And we were just talking before we went live is that you're trying to get a Dreamcast here.
Yes, I was telling you about the Dreamcast because I never had a lot of the Sega consoles growing up. The only one that I had was the Sega Master System.
And that's actually a pretty good system.
Yeah. And you know what was cool in the convention? I saw the SG-1000, right?
The old one.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh,
and I never saw one of those in real life. I was like, oh, this is so cool. That's the awesome thing about this convention, right?
Yeah.
You have access to playing things that you might never have thought you could have seen in real life, which is awesome.
And I'm going to do something for the first time. I'm going to actually take my time and go play some games. Because usually I'm here, boom, 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 I got to trade.
Yeah.
But as being as a guest, you find out that, okay, I can do all my stuff early, get it out the way, talk to all the vendors, and then I can go and just play.
Right.
Because I see some arcades in there. I'm like,
I know.
And then like you were talking about Steel Battalion, y'all.
Yes, they have a whole Steel Battalion set up, and I thought that was cool. I didn't think I would ever see like that in person.
Yeah.
And there was this really cool arcade up on the second floor where it was like one side was Castlevania and one side was Mario, and you can do verses.
Yeah.
I've never seen Castlevania verses before.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's frustrating.
Okay.
Like Super Mario versus. All right, so they made it very difficult because back in the day, you know, they want you to keep feeding that quarter, get
Of course.
And I was like, I remember playing that and Punch Out like whenever we went to like a Kmart or Target back in the day, and they'd be sitting right. You know how back in the day they had the arcade right there.
Yes.
I go right there. My mom like, because I save my money because I know what the good arcades were. And I said, can we go to this Target?
Right.
Or can we go to this like Kmart?
Right.
And they always had the good one. I remember one Kmart when they had this. It was like the best Superman game. I can't remember what it was on.
Superman 64?
No,
I'm kidding.
Even you don't like that.
Yeah,
Come
no,
on.
it's
No, it was a Superman arcade game, and I think I had the ROM of it. It was so good.
Yeah.
I played that so much.
That's
and then,
awesome.
Do you remember? Do you ever play Battletoads?
Of course. Yes.
Okay. You know the Battletoads arcade, right?
Yeah.
You know how gory and bad it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got in trouble for playing that game.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. Yeah.
And then a lot of kids got in trouble because I remember they put it in a Walmart, and we were playing it, and then like 2 weeks later it was gone.
Yeah.
Because they were saying parents were complaining it was too like gory and violent. And I'm like,
yeah, that sounds
no.
about right. But, you know, of course, you as a kid, you're like, this is awesome.
Also, yeah,
like, I got to play this.
It's got blood and it
Yeah.
got big feet and big fists and punching and kicks.
Yeah.
And, oh, man.
You know what game I've never played that I do want to play? The Battletoads Double Dragon one.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I've never played that, and I do want to play that.
That's actually the easiest.
Really?
It's the easiest because Battletoads had this whole thing about like it's super hard, and really it is. It is really a especially NES game.
Right.
And the Sega Genesis game is just terrible, but
Right.
it's difficult. But Battletoads Double Dragon is really easy, and it's really fun, and it also has the best music. I love the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
The soundtrack from Battletoads, and it's actually coming back out again. I think end of this year or the first of next year. They're redoing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know how they did the Battletoads Double Dragon?
Yeah.
They're doing the Super Nintendo version of it.
I wonder if that's a limited run game. I don't know.
No,
who's
not
public-
limited run.
Okay,
No,
gotcha.
no. You better get it easy.
Yeah,
Silent
gotcha.
run, but y'all guys, it's just,
Yeah.
they just now shipping my Turtles. I ordered Turtles, the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Like what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
And now I'm just now about to get it. I'm like, can I?
I think I got a Castlevania compilation, and it took about a year to get.
Mine did too, because
Yeah.
the thing is about limited run is if you order something
Yeah.
and you order it all at one thing, they're gonna wait till everything is manufactured, then they're gonna ship it to you. Because I had like Shantae, I had some other stuff, and then Castlevania still wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And when Castlevania was ready, then it was like
Then
it
it
took 2
shipped.
years. It took like 2 years. I was like,
Gotcha.
I said, I'm not doing that no more. That's
Gotcha.
At the Turtles, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
If it's not something I really
Want. Yeah.
like
I
these
feel
new
you.
records coming out,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get those.
Yeah, you know, it is interesting that there's a boom in records for video game
Music,
soundtracks.
yeah, and they be expensive. That's the thing. If you don't get it now, it's expensive.
Right. You know, I went to Tokyo in 2016, and I went to Tower Records there. Have you ever been to that Tower Records?
I've seen it, but I didn't go with it.
Okay, so I kind of lost my mind a little bit because there was a whole section of video game CDs,
Yeah.
and I bought so many because outside of that, like it was really difficult to find these CDs and not pay an arm and a leg because like importing them, usually you're paying like $40, $50 for one.
Especially
But-
if like Final Fantasy, any RPG.
Right, exactly. And that's what I bought. I was
you
like
know?
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Chrono Trigger, and I bought at the time, it was the 30th anniversary of Zelda. And I bought the 30th anniversary of Zelda CD.
I know they taxed you, didn't you?
Yes, they definitely did.
Because they don't, on those, they'll tax you.
Yeah.
The other stuff you can find like in the bargain bin
Yeah.
for cheap, but other stuff, them
Yeah.
names, no.
But oh my God, it was so cool. But I do love that records are more readily available, and there's so many like people printing their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's kind of hard to not want to collect them, but then at the same time, I'm like, oh, should I spend my money on a retro game or should I spend my money on a record? I hear you on that.
Okay, let's get this. If y'all haven't seen Ash's collection, y'all, that's what you need to do. You need to do like a game room tour or something.
I should. I've done a stream where we kind of did a tour live, but it is different than recording something and editing a video.
I think
right.
like jumping right into YouTube too. People love game room tours, and yours, the stuff that you got.
Yeah, it would be fun.
She got so much like this.
It's
stuff.
It's like people are usually immediately impressed by the plushie wall.
The plushie wall is like, can you dive in that plushie wall, or is you can't?
If I put all the plush on the floor, you can. But the way I have it is there's boxes behind it set up that's kind of like pyramid tiers, so that they sit upright. You know, yeah.
I was like. That's a good idea because like most folks have video game walls, right?
Yeah.
You got a plushie wall.
Yeah.
And that's so different. So that makes you already stands out. And then, you got your new logo and stuff. It's really cool. Then your game. Talk about your love for your GameCube collection because you got some unique stuff.
Oh, man. I love one of my favorite games on there, Ikaruga, and definitely Mario DDR. And Animal Crossing was probably the first game I ever bought. And you know what's special about the GameCube is that was the first console I bought with my own money after I got a job. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's so special to me.
Do you still have your original one?
Yes.
Okay, good.
My Indigo GameCube, yep. And I have 4 Wavebird controllers.
4?
Yeah, because we used to play Smash Brothers all the time, and the Wavebird GameCube controller is the best.
It is the best.
No lag. Like, it's
good.
Great controller.
Have you ever done this before? You had all 4 of them, right? Would you set them like on the same wavelength? Like you set 1 on 7, like say 2 on 7 and set like 1 on 8, and then like they want player 1 or 2. Like I did this. I don't know about you, but like we met our brothers and stuff, so we had the same thing. Like,
yeah.
4 setups, right?
Yeah.
And then I had 1, they had 2, but I make sure I set somebody theirs 2 on the same thing when we get ready to fight, and they like.
Oh,
what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of cancel it. Yeah, I love it. Because we were playing Smash and just different stuff like that. But I don't love the GameCube. I like it, but I appreciate it more as time goes on.
Yeah.
Because that I was strictly in the PlayStation 2,
right.
Xbox, GameCube. Like, man, these little bitty discs. And then like I was the one people complained about Zelda when it came out, Wind Waker, and then now it's like such a great game. It's like it wasn't what I wanted. You know how Nintendo fans can be.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't give us what we want, then like I don't like it, but then we go back. Oh, it's good. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, because at the E3 they had showcased Twilight Princess, and then Wind Waker
came out.
And everybody was like, "What is this? This is not really Link." But you know what? It's funny that you said that. I kind of feel like I had a similar reaction. I didn't play Wind Waker until the Wii U HD remaster.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you played a really good version.
Yeah, that version.
Wii U gamepad, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the fast sailing, which was super helpful because sailing in the GameCube version can be a little tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun though.
Yeah.
Like one thing about Nintendo games, they're really fun. Like the jokes they choose.
Yeah.
The jokes in Paper Mario are so funny.
Oh my God, I love Paper Mario. You know what? Paper Mario on the 3DS got a lot of hate, Sticker Star, but I really liked it.
It's good, right?
I liked it.
I tell you another Paper Mario that people hate on, the Wii U version of Color Splash.
Really?
Have you played that?
Yeah, I have it, but I didn't know people hated on it like that.
Yeah, people hate it. Because Color Splash, you have to use a pad, right? Mm-hmm. But you have to use these cards and different stuff. It's fun. Now, they did kind of go crazy on the Switch. I didn't like the Switch version.
Okay.
The Switch version. Because that wheel thing, it was so frustrating.
Yeah.
And I was like, can I just play it?
Right.
I don't want to do math.
Right.
I don't want to do math playing Nintendo games. Why? No, I don't want to do that.
Did you like the Nintendo 64? Paper Mario? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Classic,
yes. Oh, so good.
You're talking about my collection. Your collection is really impressive as well.
Well, thank you.
Like, it's very well organized, super beautiful. I love it. Like,
thank you.
And I love your videos. Like, every time you go and you find, like, something unique in a, place that you never expected you would find it. Like, I love seeing where you can come up with, like, finding all this cool stuff.
That's one thing. I love to go drive. That really, I love the drive that drives me.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I just like that like thrill of the hunt.
The hunt,
Yes, I love
yeah.
going out there and like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't get out. I did this. Oh, wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
I absolutely like love doing that because
Yeah.
like we went to like a new Goodwill somewhere, right?
Okay.
And I found something. I remember one time I was in Goodwill, right?
Yeah.
And I was searching the CD section, and I picked up a Resident Evil 3, but it was sealed.
What?
It was sealed, but it had a crack in the middle, and that was when the start of the boom of everybody was trying to grade stuff. So I got in the car, I was shaking. I was like,
Oh my god.
and I just had another experience. I don't know if you saw the last video. I found Earthbound, and
Yes, I did see that video.
I
yes.
couldn't believe it was sitting right behind the counter.
Yeah.
And I was like, I saw 2 Super Nintendo games sticking out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I said, hey man, can I get that? And it was, bless his little heart, 18-year-old, didn't know what a Super Nintendo was,
Oh
right?
my god.
And I was like, my heart sunk a little bit. I said, that Nintendo stuff, huh? I was like, sir, the Nintendo, the gray
Yeah.
stuff, what's that? I said, hey, young man, look at my finger.
That
right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff. And my heart just sunk.
Yeah.
And then he handed it to me. I saw it was like, oh, I said, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World. I said, all right. And I did like this. I looked and it said Earthbound. I was like,
Oh.
and I couldn't even record. I was just like,
Shaking.
I was shaking. I was like
Yeah.
excitement. I was like, I said, how much are these? $2 a piece? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I
appreciate your
walked
business.
out so quick. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my god. And I got in the car and I told my girlfriend, I was like, look. And I was like, oh, that was the best day. Because I was going there trying to look for some PlayStation games.
Right, right.
But I never see Super Nintendo games in a Goodwill. Like,
Yeah.
in 2023?
Right, right.
No, barely.
Yeah.
You'll barely see like a Game Boy Mary Kate and Ashley game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine finding Game Boy games now.
You know
like,
have you ever played that Mary Kate and Ashley games before?
no, actually, I wasn't really a big like Full House fan growing up, so I never really got into those games. But yeah, I'm sure
One
they were
of 'em-
fun.
No, only one of them is actually decent.
Okay.
I can't remember which one, but it's probably, if you look it up, it's probably the most expensive one.
Yeah.
But they actually did a decent job on that game. Because you used some games back in the day, anybody was famous, like That's So Raven or all them
Yeah.
Disney games.
Yeah.
They just throw them out really
Right,
quick.
right.
But it actually, that Mary Kate and Ashley game was one that was really good. I played one, but I've seen the reviews of it. I'm like, okay, it's all right,
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't believe it got a really good review, and it was a good game. People talking, oh, it's a really good game if you get past Mary Kate and
Right.
Ashley. I'm like,
You know what's actually slept on? There's a lot of good Barbie games. I'm not gonna lie, like there actually are, and I found out through like participating in like GDQ stuff.
okay.
That the Sega Genesis Barbie game, there's like a Barbie Superstar game, I think. It's
Okay.
actually one of the most competitive GDQ games because people love speedrunning.
Explain GDQ.
So GDQ is Games Done Quick,
Okay.
and it is an awesome show that they do twice a year. There's summer Games Done Quick, and then there's one, I believe, in the winter. And they also do another show called Frame Fatales, and it's all speed running.
Okay.
And they raise money for charity for Doctors Without Borders.
Nice,
so
nice.
it's
That's
an
good charity.
incredible show, yeah.
Good
and
charity.
they auction stuff off, and they do all kinds of really cool shows on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you don't know about it, definitely check it out. And I hosted the Juneteenth celebration this year.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was awesome. We showcased a lot of Black talent,
Nice,
speedrunners. Oh man, it was so cool seeing everything that they did. It was really fun. I saw a really awesome Castlevania speed run, Elevator Action 2. You saw like Puyo Puyo, like all kinds of cool stuff. So it was really awesome.
Well, let's transition that. I want to talk to you about that. Being a woman in gaming, also a woman of color in gaming, how has it been for you in this space?
I love answering this question because I feel like the more that we can do to inspire others, other women, other Black people, people of color to be in this space, it shows like we belong and our voices are going to be heard. And for me, my experience is I want to be the example that I want to see out in the world. So I'm always very aware of how I present myself and
Yes.
what I do, the things that I cover, and the tone of everything that I do on social media and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really important to put a good representation of what we want to see out in the world. Be the positive force and the
Be
positive
the
impact.
change you want to see.
Yeah. So for me, it's been a really amazing experience because people have come to me and said, Ash, seeing that you are on Twitch or the things that you're doing inspires me to create. And that keeps me driven
That's
to
awesome.
continue
That's
to do what I'm
awesome.
doing. Yeah. And I love helping people out. So it's important to me to continue to do that and to inspire the next, the next class of content creators.
That's good. That's good. So, like I say, you take your content creating seriously, really good.
Yeah.
Now, do you see your content creation as a job or?
I personally don't see it as a job. I mean, I more see it as a business.
Okay.
But it is my business that I have complete control over, and it gives me an autonomy of life that I really enjoy and love.
That's good. That's awesome. See, yes, it's work, but it can be fun. Coming like just being here, being invited, doing this is just really, really awesome. We want to thank the people here and stuff. But I want to ask you another question: Is what's one thing in your collection that you would never get rid of, but what's one thing you would never get rid of?
Okay.
But it's one thing that you would get rid of if somebody offered you the right amount of cash.
Ooh, okay. One thing that I would never get rid of is my Amiga 500.
I knew I was gonna say. I knew you were gonna say something big. I knew that.
I have to because it's very sentimental because it was my father's.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm never. It doesn't matter the amount of money you're offering me. Like I would never part with it because
you'll pass it down like generationally.
Yes, absolutely. It still works and it's in great condition. So that is definitely something I would never part with. I guess if somebody offered me the right amount of money, probably my Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Edition.
Oh, the first one? Yeah. In that big black box?
Yes. I have it. It's sealed. Yeah. If they offered me the right amount of money, I could see myself parting with it because
look, somebody go see this video.
Right? I got
hey.
$1 for you. But yeah, only because I have the game. I have the game in different forms, and I have the Master Sword statue. I was able to get
so
that.
You bought two.
Yeah, I was able to get that separate.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Wasn't that a good collector's edition?
It was awesome. There's so many good pieces in it.
I still have the little Zelda case.
Yeah.
The Sheikah Slate case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like my favorite Switch case. It's still going strong.
Yeah.
I actually got two of those.
Nice.
I got one if it ever break down.
Yeah. And it has a good handle on it. Yeah.
It was well made.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the better collector's editions made by Nintendo. And that got me thinking about another thing too. Have you noticed I would talk about this on the podcast a lot.
Sure.
The collector's editions now, they're really not as collector's editions no more. They're just have you noticed when the Switch first came out, you talk about the big Master Sword edition, they got smaller and with less stuff in it.
I have personal feelings on collector's editions. I'm going to be honest with you. I like them, but I don't love them. And the reason why I don't love them is because I feel like the scarcity. I don't like playing that game. Yeah. I don't like it when games are not
be available for everybody.
Right. If I'm a mom and I'm trying to find this thing for my kid and I can't find it for them because, bots have bought it or scalpers everybody is trying to get in there. They're specifically releasing a small amount for the sake of scarcity. I'm not a fan of that.
No, I'm not a fan of that either.
Just if people want to buy it, make it available. What does it matter? And I feel like sometimes the price for things is set artificially high because they want to make this collector's edition feel more collector's edition, So.
Yeah. And that's the thing is limited run. But or going on that, reprints.
Yeah.
Reprints of older games, but older, expensive games.
Yeah.
And a lot of people now are like, I don't know if you're in the PlayStation. Do you do any PlayStation stuff?
I don't actually. I mean, you know what's funny? My mom texted me and she was like, when are you going to get a PS5? Because she bought one. And I was like, Ma, I don't got the PS5 money, but, maybe one day. But I don't have one yet.
I said to the oldest, he said, Mom, do you know how much a Dreamcast costs?
Right, for real.
You know how much these games cost, Mom?
I know, for real.
Like, look at Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
It's like $200 some, Mom.
Yeah.
After I buy that, I can buy, PlayStation or buy all these. But no, so in the PlayStation 3 world, there's some new games out right now. Well, not new games, but reprints of older games. But these
Really?
games, it was like Painkiller. It's like THQ Nordic games.
Oh.
When THQ bought Nordic, and it's a lot, they reprint like the older games that were like super, I don't say rare, but really kind of limited.
Okay.
And they were like these $300 and $400 games, and then so people had the original prints. Now kind of upset because it knocks their value down.
You know
a
what,
bit.
though? I'm a fan of that.
Yeah,
I
I am.
really feel like if a game is super popular or people are looking for it still, like, why shouldn't they reprint it and make sure that it's, available for people to buy?
It's that gatekeeping mentality that
Yeah,
I
we
really,
don't need
really
that.
hate. I hate that gatekeeping. Like, but
Yeah.
Let-
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like, like the Video Game Foundation just did that story
yeah.
about the 87% of games are not
Not
available.
available,
We don't need that. We need people playing games. We need people being able to, like, here's how I think of it. If I wanted to inspire the next generation of people making video games, if they don't have that library to go back to and see how we've innovated,
Yeah.
or video game mechanics or things that we have discovered in the past, that's going to make future gaming development suffer.
Yeah.
So we need that. We need that to be available,
And that's what the joke was. Like, Nintendo fans will buy the same game over and over and over, which we will.
Not gonna lie, very guilty.
We will buy the same. I'll buy Mario and Kirby and Zelda on every system just to have. Or don't let Pokemon come out. Like on the eShop, if Pokemon come out again,
Yeah.
red, blue.
Yeah.
I mean, red, yellow, blue, and then like the
Gold, silver.
Oh,
I would
silver,
love to get my hands on Crystal. I don't have Crystal.
and and they see how expensive they are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'll buy those $20 each.
Yeah.
I'll buy the whole thing. Get put in the bundle.
Exactly.
I'll
Yep.
buy it. But yeah, we need more like these because these retro games are popular. I have a different feeling about people who just only try to get it just to resell it, who don't play it. I'm really a stickler for like you don't just have to like go find something else because you think this Mario is worth money,
Right.
But, or
And you know what? That's the beauty of, what we do. Like, if you want to play a game on YouTube or stream it on Twitch,
Yep.
like, how many people have said to me, I never heard of this game. I never heard of this game on the Amiga. I never heard of this game on, NES or whatever. Like, that's like one of the things that really also fuels what I do because it's cool to see like what people think of these games that they didn't know existed, or we're reacting together in the moment. Yeah, that's really fun.
I can't believe that you playing that. If y'all haven't seen, guys, go to her Twitch. She's playing like Star Trek Online.
Yeah.
So if nobody has, because you don't see a lot of people playing Star Trek now. It was Star Wars, Old Republic, something like that. You know, everybody's on that, but it's a Trekkies are, I guess, a different type. But you can tell, like, oh, okay, yeah, she is a Trekkie. Okay, you can tell, but it's more laid back, but still serious. So this adventure, because I like, and I do make sure you go and subscribe to her channel too. Drop a donation. I support her every month. It don't take $5 or use your Amazon.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Or
Thank
use
you.
your Amazon. Hey, you got Amazon Prime.
Prime, yeah.
Give it to a supporter, man. Support these creators right here. But it's so funny. I was sitting like, I don't understand none of this.
It's fun because at first, when I got into Star Trek Online, I didn't understand it either. That game can be incredibly technical because, you have to know like the different parts of the ship and where to put the weapons on the ship, and then controlling your crew and assigning them missions, and then doing like the storyline itself. So it took me a while, but it was cool because the community that plays that game is so helpful.
I
And
saw that in your stream. I
yeah.
was like, whoa, look at them.
They're really helpful, and they're like, okay, Ash, this is what you do, or like people will join me because anybody can join in and play together. Like you don't have to like add them to a team or whatever. And then like they would like be like, oh, here's a ship for you. I've been playing this game for 10 years. Here's a ship. Here's a weapon. Here's some cool armor. And I'm just like, yo, y'all rock. This is amazing. You're making it so much fun for me.
Yeah.
You know, so I love that's another thing about being on Twitch that I really love is that community aspect. And like doing things together. It's so much fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, is it a free online game or you got to
It
pay?
is, yeah.
Okay.
It's totally free. There is in-game purchases that you can make, but
Okay.
you can do like everything like that's core to the game for free.
So how much are you spend on startup?
You know what's funny actually is the last time I streamed it, there were like, oh, there's all these sales on these really cool ships, and I was this close to adding my credit card information. I was like, nah. Like, go take a cold shower, go do something else, forget about this game for a second, and then come back, you know?
Man, don't free play games. They can get you. They
Yeah.
can really get you. When they first started, my sister, Angry Birds was big back then. Remember that? And you can
Of
like start.
course.
And it was another like Plants vs. Zombies was good.
Yeah.
It was one game my nephew got a hold on the iPad and charged like $500.
Oh my
On
gosh.
some game,
Yeah.
but she got the money back. But
Yeah.
it was so he didn't spend $500 on this game. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like clicking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Hey, what does
Lord.
this button do? Oh.
Because I exactly remember he playing Angry Birds. Then he graduated from that, and he was like about 2 or 3 when he started playing Angry Birds, and then started then run by like 4 or something. I remember that I said, how do I do this? I said, I don't know, call Apple. So he spent like $500 on.
You know what? Speaking of which, I got a question. Like, do you think that now people are comfortable saying that cell phone games or mobile games are a part of the gaming universe?
Depending on the age.
Yeah.
Like around our age, I still think we look like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather play at home, but mobile gaming is huge.
Right.
I didn't realize how, like, have you seen some of the games in the Apple Store?
I have not. You know what?
There's some good games.
I feel like that's such a world that I have no idea about.
I don't either. I don't know about it, but I see it. Man, I download a couple stuff when it comes out. Like, I usually download like fighting games, see how it's going to play. Some of them games are great.
Yeah.
When I see like me and my friend on a podcast, Omega, he was a new Mega Man game came out. I said, "Oh, the Mega Man game came out," and it says mobile. I said, but you look at it, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like, and then all these, I think it's so much easier in the collaborations between people. Like Street Fighter did something with like WWE.
Yeah.
And then Street Fighter did something with like King of Fighters and stuff like. Or King of
that's
Fighters did
cool.
something with WWE.
Yeah.
And you just like, okay, just playing
Wait
this
a
little beat 'em
minute.
up stuff.
Yeah.
Because you don't have no controller.
Yeah.
But now they have options where you can like hook up an Xbox controller
To your phone.
to your phone
Right.
or to your Apple TV.
Oh.
Because I got Chrono Trigger on my Apple TV.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it plays so good. You can play it with the regular thing, or I hook up Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It's the exact. I think it's the DS ROM.
Okay.
I think it's the Nintendo DS ROM. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the Super Nintendo ROM, but it plays so good.
That's
It
awesome.
plays so good.
Not gonna lie, I did download Secret of Mana mobile version on my phone.
How do you like it?
I actually like it.
Okay.
I really, really like, because that's one of my favorite RPG games. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. And I think some of the Pixel Final Fantasy games are
On mobile, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the new Final Fantasy game coming out.
Yeah.
I think that it blends like Final Fantasy 7 and the new stuff back and forth, and then like that little
Oh.
chibi Final Fantasy stuff.
Okay.
And it's coming out because I remember when it was talking about. You don't have a PS5, so I'll say you get PS5. You know the new Final Fantasy, the remixes. Not remixes, but remasters
The
are coming out.
Pixel remasters?
Not a Pixel remaster,
Okay.
like Final Fantasy 7
Oh,
remake.
the remake. Yeah, yeah,
Rebirth,
yeah.
and then I don't know what the last one's gonna call.
Yeah.
But remake and rebirth are on. Well, they're on PS4 too, so
Well, I mean,
and on PC. So
they
you got
have it
PC.
on Steam, but
Steam,
there's like a certain window of exclusivity, I
Yeah,
think,
for
with
PS5.
PlayStation. Yeah. So
Have you played those yet?
So I haven't. I do have the first one, and the reason why I haven't played it yet is because I think like to install. It's like 80 gigs or
Oh, it's
something.
huge.
Yeah, it's a big
huge.
game.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
It was big on the PS4, right?
Yeah.
Then they made it on PS5. The next one coming out. It says it's gonna go 2 discs. I was like,
Wow.
I like, yeah.
Better clear out
okay,
some space for that. Yeah.
And like it's like Call of Duty big. Like Call of Duty be like 200 gigabytes and stuff. It's so crazy, man. Just, but.
Man.
Also, before we close out and stuff, you want to give any kind of like, just recommendations of games that, you're playing or should other people play?
Yeah, so I have been lately, the games that I've been playing lately is Final Fantasy VI, which has been absolutely incredible. It's a first time playthrough for me. And I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. But
What you been building?
Well, here's the thing. I haven't been doing any of the story.
Oh, you've been doing side missions?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm doing all the shrines because
Okay.
I keep getting one-shotted. Like, because my armor is so weak. So I'm like, I better like get some hearts or something, some more stamina
It's
or
like getting
something.
one-shotted. You get struck by lightning.
You find the Bokoblin armies that's like, walking
Yeah.
through and then they come and they like swing their mace at you and then you're like, all right, well, I'm done. Exactly. Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's like basically my background music now is Link dying.
Oh, that remind me of Breath of the Wild. It's like you get struck by lightning. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I always used to hate that. I'm like, as soon as it rains, let me go find. And it seemed like the lightning would find you.
Right.
I'm like, really? Like, you can't strike this dude?
I know. Oh my God.
And I remember, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it's just happened to anybody else, but I remember I was like out in the wild and I got struck by lightning, and I forgot what it was, that little bolt, whatever it was, following me. I was gonna strike him. It struck me, and he started dancing around me. Just I was like,
oh, the guys that fly up in the sky. Yeah. Okay.
just dancing around me, like just
Yeah.
celebrating that I was dead. I was like, I cut it off for a whole month.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't coming back to this game because it was just so mad. I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm playing through Tears of the Kingdom, which has been really nice. I haven't done any of the story, just exploring. And I like going to where there was a place in Breath of the Wild and seeing how it's changed over time in the new game. So that's been really nice. And let's see. Oh, I played a little bit of Star Trek 25th Anniversary Edition, which is a really cool point-and-click game. And it's TOS. So it's all the TOS characters like Bones and Scotty and all those, Captain Kirk. So that was really
The original
fun
stuff.
The OG stuff. Yeah.
I actually had, I think, not Next Generation. It was one of the Star Trek games on NES.
Yeah. There's
And
a
I forgot what one it was.
25th Anniversary is on NES. Okay. Also, TNG game is on NES.
And they got some on PlayStation.
They do, yeah. Oh, yes, they do have a few.
But those games, like I said, they're so tactical.
Yeah,
They're really
yeah.
I'm like,
they are.
I'm impatient.
Yeah, I
So
feel you.
That's why I like fighting adventure games. I gotta get into it.
Yeah.
All that, like,
What have you been playing lately?
a lot of wrestling, a lot of Street Fighter.
Gotcha.
I've been on Street Fighter 6 so much. Street Fighter, but online, they just brought out, did a collaboration with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which they try to charge you so much for the extra costumes. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that.
Gotcha.
It was like, if you buy every turtle, you're going to spend like $60.
Wow.
I'm not going to, I got the game for free because I'm a Capcom creator,
Right.
but I'm not going to go do that right
yeah.
now. No.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a lot about wrestling. Okay. But, I have NBC Peacock and I've been watching WCW.
Oh, really?
Monday Nitros.
You liking it?
The original from 95, 96.
Oh, that's awesome.
I actually really like it.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite right now that you're watching?
Okay, so I like Sting when he's all colorful because he's colorful in these ones.
Yeah.
Before
Also,
he did
he
all the black and
changed,
white.
yeah.
So I really,
Are you going in order?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
You'll do good.
Yes. So I watched there was this October event that they did.
Halloween Havoc.
Yes,
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc, and I really liked that, and I liked this. There's this song for this tag team.
Harlem Heat.
No, I like Harlem Heat.
Okay.
They're really good. But there was a match with them and
American Males?
Yeah, American
Males.
Males, American Males.
Yeah,
And
American Males.
when that song came on, I was like,
It's so cheesy, but it's catchy.
this is a real song.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
But yeah. I watched them. They took the belt from them in that match. So yeah, I've been watching.
Look at
it.
you.
Yeah,
Look
I'm learning.
Look, she got a new wrestling fan because
Yeah.
of old school WWE Network, y'all. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank for this live podcast
My pleasure.
early in the morning. It's been
Yeah.
fun. If you're watching on video podcast, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're listening. Get 5 stars. Make sure you go over to Ash Says Hi on Twitch and YouTube. And guys, make sure you always do it the right way. See you next time.
Bye. Thank you so much for
Oh,
having
no.
me on. That was really
That was fun. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
You can hit that